Hello, as you can hear all around me, spring has truly sprung. Birds are singing, sun's out, and it's been a really busy time up on the allotment. I realise I haven't posted in quite a long time. That's because I've been working more hours. I used to get a one day off in the week, so it was quite easy to get up to the allotment, do a lot of work, make the videos, but it's quite a lot of effort that goes into filming these and all the editing that goes with it, and I just didn't have time. So I thought, it's been about 4 months since I last posted, so I'm going to do a little roundup of all the things I've been up to on my new allotment. For those that haven't seen my little video diaries before, I live in the south of England, in, as you can see, quite a rural area. And I know I'm really lucky, I'm blessed. I've got such a beautiful little spot. And so I thought it would be nice to share videos and updates of how I develop my allotment. I had my first allotment about 18 months ago, and at the time I was working, I had one day off in the week, so I could get up there, get a lot of jobs done quickly. But it was about a 15-minute drive away. Now, back in the summer of last year, I managed to get an allotment really close to home, and so I had to actually kind of start again from scratch. But this time I was working 5 days a week. I went from working long shifts with a day off to shorter shifts 5 days a week. So it's been harder to get up there as much as I would like to. But I have made progress. My new allotments are in an amazing position, and I'm very, very lucky, very blessed. So I thought I'd have a little go, do some filming, put it together and show you what I've been up to over the past couple of months. Obviously not huge a lot over winter, but now spring's kicked in, it's really starting to come together. So there's so much work to do. I'm one of those people that likes to do everything all at once and get it all together really quickly, but it's a bigger plot. It was completely overrun when I took it on, so you can't do it all at once. So I'm trying to do it in bite-sized pieces. Probably see I've got an absolute ton of couch grass. It's absolutely everywhere. There's only so much weed membrane I've got. This is already full of peonies, blueberries and strawberries, so some of it I'm doing by hand, but what you can see, I'm really lucky. The soil is like this. I've done nothing to this. This is what I've inherited. Absolutely beautiful. So happily, when I get the couch grass, I can get a lot of the roots, so hopefully I won't get too much of it growing back. As you can see, we've had some really beautiful weather. It's such a gorgeous morning. I've been coming up before work to get a lot of this done, and occasionally at the weekends. Now, because it's quite a big allotment and it was completely covered in weeds, although I want to do no dig everywhere and I wanted to minimise the use of membrane and plastic, it's just not possible to get as much done as I wanted to that way. So I've used quite a lot of different methods. I've got places where I've used the classic cardboard and compost, places where I've used weed membrane. So where I've used the weed membrane, it is a temporary measure. I'm just going to use it to suppress the weeds while I can carry on and grow something in that space. So I will just show you the different beds, the things that I've got going. Some of it I've started over winter. What I found is it was nice getting things going over winter, but because I didn't have my beds ready, they did struggle a bit sitting in the pots for a long, well, sitting in the seed blocks for a long time, even though I fed them. So hopefully next year that'll be better because I can overwinter them in the ground and hopefully they'll be happier. Anyway, I'm going to just show you the different beds that I've got set up and going. So starting at the top, this bed's got my dahlias in, and I've had weed membrane over this top part of the allotment all over winter. This is the latest bed I've done, the dahlias. And this, I pulled the membrane back and I've got absolutely beautiful soil. So those have gone directly in the ground. I've put mulch around because last year the seeds were, the slugs, were horrendous. This bed has got lots of plants that I started over winter. So it's got sweet peas, cornflowers and sweet williams. I've also got ranunculus and anemones growing in there. The paths are a right mess, as you can see, but the weeds are down. I've got cardboard down and I'm planning on grassing these. I don't want wood chip, I had that before. I'm going to go for grass. This is a proper no-dig bed. So on the left I've got foxgloves, I've got apricot and cream foxgloves, I've got Amy, Dorcas, I've got cosmos, I've got larkspur and I've got strawflower. These two beds were done over winter, that's onion and garlic. This side, the membrane's only been down for probably about 6 weeks on this side, so I'm not going to use it just yet, and when I do it will be cardboard with compost on top. I use this side as a little nursery. I've had all my seedlings along here. I've got some more to go in the cold frames at home to start hardening off. I've inherited lots of raspberries, so that's really nice, and I've put, these ones are summer fruiting, and I've put some of my own which are autumn fruiting. In my compost bins, one is leaf mould, one is food waste, the other is manure, and I've got water butts scattered around. At the bottom part of the allotment, these are peonies that I had for Christmas. There was no weed membrane on this area over winter, it was completely covered in weeds. So this is where I've just burned holes in and popped the plants through, but next year I'll get all of that up. Over on the far side there's some peonies I was gifted by my dad, and I've got lots of strawberries I inherited with the plot as well. That's my little perennial kale that Charles Dowding gave me. It survived the pigeons, the winter, and moving around. And I've also got 3 blueberries there. The second weed membrane, I've put potatoes in there, so we've got King Edwards and Charlottes. And this one I've got straw flowers, which are really good for drying, so I'm hoping to grow lots of those this year. And then down the bottom, these are all mainly things I inherited. I've got blackcurrants, gooseberries, rhubarb, sage, oregano, and I've also brought across a rhubarb and gooseberry from my old allotment. So that's what I've been getting up to over the past couple of months, trying to reclaim this wilderness. Not the look I'm hoping to achieve just yet, but it's a work in progress. So I'm quite pleased with what I've got so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing everything blossom and bloom, and I'm going to keep chipping away at it. Hopefully next time there'll be 2 more beds there. I've got lots of zinnias I need to get put in, and I've got lots of chilies as well. We've done chili peppers and some sweet peppers, so some fruit and veg will go in. I've been using this top end by the shed as my little nursery. So in here are all the things I've got waiting to go into the ground. So many started off life in soil blocks. Because my beds aren't ready, I've had to pot things on. These are all flowers, I have to confess. So yes, I've got sweet peas, rocket, campanula. I've got crispidia, dahlias. I've got some ornamental grasses, some red currants. I've got asters. In fact, I'm forgetting what I've got. There's so much there. Astrantia, snapdragons, lysanthus, nigella. More straw flowers, more statice, and poppies. So hopefully I'll get them all in the ground. And while I'm doing my work, I can enjoy the gorgeous view. Anyway, I will see you all again with another update. Hopefully I won't leave it so long. Bye.